So welcome. This is Zaphod. I'm Tonya, and we're here as part of an initiative from a few different entities and offices. So Pause Your Stress at the University of Saskatchewan, St. John Ambulance Therapy Dog Team, Centennial Chair in One Health and Wellness, and all of those folks have come together to bring you this 20 Minutes with Zaphod. I thought today we would do two different exercises. One is going to be an awareness of breath, and one is going to be, sometimes it's called square breathing or box breathing or counted breath. And I'll explain both of these as we get into it. The breathing can be very calming for our nervous system. And so even being aware of your breathing helps ground you, helps centers you. Yeah. And so while we're doing the breath exercise, the camera will be on Zaphod. But the thing to know about Zaphod, even though he's as chill as this most of the time, dogs' respiration rate is quite a bit higher than humans. So when we're doing the counted breath especially, he'll be breathing his normal breathing rate. We'll be breathing more slowly than that, as humans can. These exercises that we're going to do can be done in any position. So you can be standing or seated or laying down. It doesn't matter. And the session is being recorded. So for those who can't join us live, you can find it on therapydogs.ca, I think. Maybe let's get started with an awareness of breath. So I invite you, and these are all invitations. I invite you to find a comfortable position. And settle into that position. Obviously, Zaphod is modeling the laying down position, and I will be doing it seated. And feel the points of contact between your body and the surface underneath. And know that if any time during this exercise, this breathing exercise, it's not working for you or it's not serving you, you just breathe normally and you can look at Zaphod if you want. There you go. Yeah, big sigh. Okay, so we're going to come into this exercise, which is just simply awareness of breath. So whatever posture you've chosen, adjust your position to be both comfortable and alert. You may close your eyes if you wish, or you may leave your eyes open with a soft gaze, or you can watch Zaphod. In this practice, we're going to bring our awareness to our breath just as it is, as it moves in and out of the body. So you may notice your breath at the tip of the nostrils. Maybe you feel it in your chest. You feel your chest move with your in-breath and your out-breath. Maybe you feel your belly rise and fall. So just notice. Be in the moment. When we notice that our mind is no longer on the breath, we'll bring our awareness simply back to the breath. We're going to do that over and over. So there's no need to change your breath in any way. Simply let your attention rest with your breathing. One in breath and one out breath at a time. Noticing when the mind wanders from your breathing, and just note what's on your mind without judgment, becoming aware and gently drawing your attention back to your breath. One breath in, one breath out. One breath in, one breath out. Breathing in and out in your own rhythm. Nothing to change. Awareness on the act of breathing. Mindful breath. And if you find you're distracted today, that's all right. That's part of it. Just noticing what your distractions are and coming back to the simplicity of breathing. And as we come to the close of this exercise, just take a moment to appreciate that you've taken some time to pause, to build your awareness of the present moment, and to nurture yourself in this way. And if your eyes are closed, gently open them or lift the gaze if it's downcast. And just taking any movement that would feel good after that short practice of breathing awareness. I will answer questions after we do the second practice, so you can pop them into the chat. And we will attend to those after this second practice. So I'll just describe what we're going to do. Box or square breathing. And this is something I use quite often in my own life. I did it just before coming online today because I was feeling a little bit nervous. And the great thing I think about it is it can be done quite subtly and no one needs to know that you're doing something. So I've done it in meetings before, or when I'm having a hard conversation with someone I love. I've been known to do this practice quite subtly, and I don't think anyone even knows it's happening. And it just, again, helps calm and center my nervousness if I'm feeling nervousness, or helps me feel more centered and grounded. So here's the explanation. And I will count for us. So there are 4 parts to this breath: an inhale, and then a pause or holding of the breath, and then an exhale, and then a pause at the end of the exhale. And the reason it's called box or square breathing is because each of those parts of the breath will be an equal length. So today we're going to try 4, a count of 4. And if for some reason a count of 4 does not serve you, just change the count. It doesn't matter what the count is at all, as long as each part of your breath is equal and an equal length. And again, if you find it just isn't right for you today, just return your breath to normal at any time and just be here with us. So I thought just before we start, all right, let's get settled again in some kind of posture, standing or seated or laying down. And again, just notice your body in the position you've chosen. And then we'll take a breath in together and an exhale. And then we'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Return the breath to normal. So just letting those exercises that we've done, just letting them be in the body. Notice how that feels for you. Good boy. And like I just gave Zaphod a little treat, give yourself a little pat on the back for carving out some time for you. I hope that you found those 2 breath exercises enjoyable, and know that you can use them anytime, anywhere. And so we'll start with an awareness of breathing practice. And I want to repeat that because I feel like it's the most easiest and accessible practice for we humans when we just need a little centering, a little pause in our day, in the midst of strong emotion or physical sensations, and we just need to tune into ourselves. This is like, can be done anywhere, anytime. So we'll get started. I invite you to come to a comfortable position. This can be done in a seated posture, standing, or laying down. So take a few minutes to just find a position that serves you this afternoon. Zaphod has found his. And for this, your eyes can be open if you wish, or closed. You could look at Zaphod if that's what you wish to do, or not. And if at any time you feel the need, you can shift your body, shift your posture, or stop the practice. This is about your comfort and well-being, so please do what serves you best. So I'll be guiding this practice, and my guidance is simply invitations. So you can choose to accept them, try them out, or not. Let us begin. Take a deeper in-breath and out-breath. Do this a couple of times. And in this practice, we bring our awareness to our breath just as it is in this moment, as it moves in and out of the body. When we notice that our mind is no longer on our breath, we gently guide our awareness back to the breath. And so we do this over and over, noticing when the mind wanders, and with gentleness, bringing it back. You might begin to notice the length of your breath. And any other qualities of your breath as it is right now. Is it interrupted or smooth or in between? Are your breaths shorter, medium, or longer? We're not aiming for any type of breathing here. We're just getting curious about what our breathing is right now. If you are breathing through your nose, is one nostril easier to breathe through than the other? So just guiding your awareness to the breath, moving in and out of the body. No need to change or manipulate the breath in any way. Simply let your attention rest with the breath. One in-breath, one out-breath at a time. Noticing when the mind wanders from the breath. Noting what's on your mind without judgment. And gently drawing your attention back to the in-breath and the out-breath. One breath in, one breath out. I invite you to notice where you feel the breath the most in your body today. Tip of nose, chest, belly, one breath in, one breath out. And as we come to the close of this practice, appreciating that you've taken time to pause, to cultivate your capacity to be in the present moment, and to nurture yourself in this way. In your own time and way, beginning to move and stretch, just like Zaphod is. Maybe opening your eyes if they were closed, or shifting the gaze. Notice how you feel. Okay. We're going to move on to the second practice. And just before we move on to the exhalation extension, I think we should relax our faces. So I'll show you what I mean. We're just going to move and stretch our jaw. Stick out your tongue. You might want to look up towards the ceiling. You can breathe out. And I'm the only one that is doing this on camera, so feel free to really get into it. And then we're going to do horse lips. So if you've ever seen a horse, Do that a couple of times. You might feel a bit odd doing it if you've never done it before, but then notice how relaxed your face feels. Maybe one more for good measure. Great. All right. We'll move to exhale extension. So just center yourself again. You might want to change your posture. Feel the body connect to whatever surface it's touching, whether you're lying down and that be the floor, like Zaphod here, whether you are seated and in a chair, or whether you're standing, noticing your feet and their connection to the floor or the ground. And I'm going to ask you to count the length of your inhalation. So just count how long your inhalation lasts. Don't try and extend it in any way. Just count what is. And do that a couple of times. Now count your exhalation. Again, a couple of times, so that you can get an accurate read of your count of each part of your breath. And just notice if one is longer and which one it is, or if they're the same. If you noticed that your inhalation is longer than your exhale, can you gently begin to make them equal counts? So that would be something like inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3. Just as an example, not everyone's going to have a 3-count breath. So slowly guiding the in-breath and the out-breath to match. And now we'll try and add 1 to 2 breath counts to your exhalation so that your exhalation becomes slightly longer than your inhalation. 1 to 2 counts longer. So for example, inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. There's no hurry to get there. And again, you're welcome to stop at any time and just breathe normally. Couple more breath cycles where the exhale is a smidge longer than the inhale. And then return your breathing to normal. And notice how you feel. Zaphod is dreaming. You can see his paws moving a little bit here. Okay, so those are the 2 breathing practices that we wanted to share with you today. And the awareness of breath, again, can be done anywhere at any time. And it just really, I find it very centering and grounding to notice how my breathing is in the moment. And the exhale extension helps to just calm our nervous system a little bit when our exhales are a little bit longer than our inhales. And so that's the purpose behind that one. Have a good rest of the day, everyone. Thank you so much.